Hey, what's up? Thank you for tuning into my channel, and in today's video I will walk you through on how to utilize styled images to create a branded graphic design or template in Canva. When you're creating graphics for your Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or any other social media platforms, I would recommend that you create templates that are customized for your brand. Creating templates will not only save you time in the future, but it will also help with brand recognition since all your graphics will have the same style. And I'll be mentioning a few tips here and there for creating graphics for your brand in Canva or any other designing tools. So stick around and let's begin. So to get started, I'm just going to use the social media square template right inside Canva. Here's a tip: optimize your sizes. Not all social media platforms are created equally. While square crop graphics may work best on Instagram, you'll want tall vertical graphics for Pinterest and different sizes for Facebook and Twitter as well. Luckily, Canva makes it easy to create graphics that are perfectly sized for whatever platform you need it for. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is grab a background image to use within our template. If you already have a styled photo, just grab it in the Uploads menu, or if you want to use other photos, you can also browse in the Photos menu here. And if you're not a premium Canva user, just make sure you're using the free ones so you don't get charged later. You can also use other stock photos from sites like Pexels, Pixabay, etc. by clicking these tiny dots that says More down at the very bottom here. And here's another tip. Keep it relevant. This should go without saying, but in case you need a reminder, you should be using images that are relevant to your business and your audience. For example, if you're a copywriter for women entrepreneurs, you might use some styled desktop images or shots of women writing or typing at a computer, but using images from fitness collection probably doesn't make sense for your business. Okay, moving on. I am using this image, and I want to make sure that the image fills the entire canvas. I'm just going to adjust this and fill the entire canvas. And the next thing I want to do is add a little bit of color overlay just so it's easier to read text. Now, depending on the image, you may not always need to do this if there's enough blank space within the image. We only have a little bit of blank space here, so I just want to make sure that the text is actually readable. Another quick tip: make sure your text is easy to read. When you're adding text over an image, it can sometimes be hard to read. There are lots of images over there that have negative space or white space where you can add text without any issues. If you want to use an image without negative space, adding a colored overlay can be an easy way to make your text easier to read. You can also play around with the opacity of your colored overlay to make your text stand out. So make sure you're paying attention to colors as well. It's easier to read dark text on a white background and vice versa. Contrast is the key. And there are many ways to do this. One is by using the transparency tool, this one, and just click on the image and click the transparency tool, and it depends on how light you want the image, but make sure that when you put some text over it, they're still readable. Another way is to use a square, and it can be found in Elements like this one, and you can use different colors depending on what the background is or what fits your brand. For this example, I'm just going to use white. And you can either fill the entire image or maybe just show a little bit of the image. Maybe just like this. Now, depending on the image and whatever color you select, you may need to go super low in the transparency, like so, or you may need to go super high. And then I obviously want to add some text to this template. Now I can just add a simple text by itself by using these ones here and create my own text layout, or I can actually use one of these pre-formatted text options. That could also work. And now I'm going to center this, for example, this one. Now I'm going to center this, and you can see all these pink lines. These help you center the elements in your canvas. And when I highlight the text, I can actually choose the font size, and change this. I can also change the size, change the color, the alignment, the spacing. And when you choose colors, just make sure that the text is dark enough or light enough if you're using a dark image to be able to read on top of the image. You need a lot of contrast between your background and your text for people to be able to read it. That's why You need a high contrast color even if it's just a dark gray. It doesn't have to be just black or white. Another tip for you, stick to a few fonts or your brand fonts. To create a consistent brand, don't use too many different fonts. In general, you won't need more than 2 or 3 fonts for header or subheader or body text. You should be using the same fonts across all of your graphics as well as your website and other marketing channels. There are a ton of fonts that are free to use in the free version of Canva, but you can also upload your own brand fonts. You can save your brand fonts using Canva's brand kit feature to make sure that you're always using the right fonts. There you have it. If you're new to design, don't miss the other Canva tutorials in my channel. Links are in the description. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my content-packed videos. Keep watching and keep learning. See ya!